When Andy Douglas became the head coach of the Quincy High Blue Devils, he wanted a fresh start and a new look, starting with a locker room. The first place he called was Landmarks. You're looking at the finished product. Wall picks, logos, inspirational quotes, and even window treatments. Each application was custom designed and installed by Landmarks right here in Quincy.
The window treatments are one of my favorite parts. They got kind of the wood feel. We're able to see out and see what's going on in the locker room, and the players can't see in, so that's kind of a special thing. But it has one of our favorite quotes on it, the image of one projects the image of all. It's a quote that we use with our program, our players. But again, it's a great addition to our locker room. It adds a lot of spice to it.
Wall picks, screen printing, embroidering, vehicle wraps. Let Landmarks give your home or office or locker room a fresh new look. Landmarks, make your mark.
Bah humbug! I don't care. You know what? If you want to see the latest style, you just want to see the Skechers golf shoe here at R&R Golf. This is spikeless, leather, and they're selling for $84.99 here at R&R Golf. Brand new on the market.
When Amy's brother passed away, her family went to Hanson Spear Funeral Home.
It's not about, the death of the family member. It's about celebrating a life. They're very family oriented as well. They're, traditional, and they want to make you feel like, you're almost, part of the family. And that's what we really liked. If I had to sum up Hanson Spear in a word, it would be compassionate and loyal. It would be like family.
Federated Insurance is a lot like the family businesses we help protect. For 105 years and counting, Federated has shared the common values that have served our clients well. Federated Insurance, it's our business to protect yours.
Call Tony Reese in Quincy at 223-4623.
Around here, people matter, and relationships are built on trust. That's the way it is at Town & Country Bank. Real people who like things simple, honest, and done right. And our roots are right here, so we're truly local. If you already do business with us, then you know how good banking can be. And if you're not, well, maybe you should. Town & Country Bank. You'll like how we do business.
Part of the HNB Bank family.
It's coming to Quincy, and it's a game changer. Fiber is the fastest technology available, and Adams is bringing fiber to the home. Nothing else compares to fiber, and Adams will be connecting Quincy neighborhoods to this lightning-fast internet and telephone service with no gimmick pricing and local service. Find out how your neighborhood can become a fiberhood. Just take the quick survey at followthefiber.net. Adams, the better and now faster way to connect.
Let's say you got a golfer in the family and you just don't know what to get him. He's got bags, he's got shoes, he's got new clubs he just bought 2 weeks ago. He's just went in there, just bought a pull card note yesterday. But I know he likes golf, and I just don't know what to get. So here, I got a perfect solution for you. It's called a gift certificate. We can make the gift certificate any denomination that you want, and it's always good here at R&R Golf.
When Scott and I purchased these 2 rocking chairs, our intention was to rock together on our porch in our old age. But when Scott was diagnosed with cancer, our lives drastically changed. When discussing Scott's final wishes, we decided the best choice was Hanson Spear Funeral Home. We liked the home-like setting, and we knew we could trust the Spear family to honor our wishes with a personalized video and the Bible Scott used daily. Hanson Spear even arranged a special time for our granddaughters who were having a difficult time. They took care of everything.
Your State Farm agent, Charles Schultz, can help get you to a better state. From cost to coverage, Charles can develop a plan just for you.
This is Charles Schultz. Call me at 224-6665 or drop by my office next to County Market at 48th and Broadway, and together we'll review your insurance needs.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Blue Devil Gym as the Western Big Six Conference starts week number 3. And the Quincy Blue Devils play host to the Galesburg Silver Streaks. Galesburg comes in with a record of 8-0, 2-0 in the Big Six. Quincy comes in at 5-2, 1-1 in the conference. Tim Kincher joined by a stranger I barely recognized, Matt Longo.
I had to find my way up here.
I'm telling you what, seems like so long ago, and it's only been 3 games, but pick the right night to come back, sir. Galesburg and Quincy, it's always fun.
I can't wait. I can't wait to see the progress. I did watch on Quincy Journal TV the 2 games when I was out in North Carolina, but it's you just don't get that same effect watching it on your cell phone as you do sitting up in the press box area to watch it. So, yes, I'm looking forward to seeing Galesburg, which is 8-0. I'm looking to see the progress that the boys have made since I've been gone. I mean, they've won what, 3?
Went 2-1 while you were gone.
2-1 while I was gone. Yes. So it'll be fun to see what I've noticed in what has happened in these games.
Pre-game show is brought to you by Zender Robinson Stormer Cooks and Funeral Home in Quincy and Payson. We'll step aside for a 2-minute break and get the thoughts of Andy Douglas before this conference matchup. Quincy takes on Galesburg here on 103.9 The Fox and QuincyJournal.com.
Bah humbug. I don't care. You know what? If you want to see the latest style, you just want to see the Skechers golf shoe here at R&R Golf. This is spikeless, leather, and they're selling for $84.99 here at R&R Golf. Brand new on the market.
When Amy's brother passed away, her family went to Hanson Spear Funeral Home.
It's not about, the death of the family member. It's about celebrating a life. They're very family oriented as well. They're, traditional, and they want to make you feel like, you're almost, part of the family. And that's what we really liked. If I had to sum up Hanson Spear in a word, it would be compassionate and loyal. It would be like family.
Federated Insurance is a lot like the family businesses we help protect. For 105 years and counting, Federated has shared the common values that have served our clients well. Federated Insurance, it's our business to protect yours.
Call Tony Reese in Quincy at 223-4623.
Around here, people matter, and relationships are built on trust. That's the way it is at Town & Country Bank. Real people who like things simple, honest, and done right. And our roots are right here, so we're truly local. If you already do business with us, then you know how good banking can be. And if you're not, well, maybe you should. Town & Country Bank. You'll like how we do business.
Part of the HNB Bank family.
It's coming to Quincy, and it's a game changer. Fiber is the fastest technology available, and Adams is bringing fiber to the home. Nothing else compares to fiber, and Adams will be connecting Quincy neighborhoods to this lightning-fast internet and telephone service with no gimmick pricing and local service. Find out how your neighborhood can become a fiberhood. Just take the quick survey at followthefiber.net. Adams, the better and now faster way to connect.
At Springfield, what did you and your staff learn about your team from those 2 games?
I don't know if we learned as much as we kind of confirmed the toughness of our guys through both of those wins. And we're going to be in a lot of close games this year, and we're going to need to be able to pull ourselves out of some situations. And I thought we did that. We had the lead in both of the games, and then saw a little pressure, and they made some big shots. Both teams did, and our guys had to find a way to claw back and fight from it, and we did in both wins. And Saturday, being without Lincoln, we learned a lot about some of the guards that we had, and some of our other guys.
across half court, and then our execution in the half court is going to be critical in the game tonight. And hopefully our guys are ready for it. I think they are. They know, they're a team coming in. Number one, a conference team coming in. Number two, a team who hasn't lost a game yet. It's a tough team, obviously, just because of those things. But our guys know the challenge, and I think they're hungry and ready for it.
Is it easier or harder to break it down a game to where, okay, guys, from baseline to midcourt, we got to play one way, and then from half court to the other baseline, we got to play a different way?
It's not an easy thing to teach, and it's from their standpoint, it's not an easy thing to execute.
Right.
You tend to get kids in situations where they're thinking more than they're playing when you do it. So I told them, we want you just to be basketball players. Trust your instincts, attack when we can, look to get it to the paint and create opportunities for yourself and for your teammates. And if we do that, I think we'll be in a good position.
Taking Galesburg's point of view for a quick second, last weekend they won 2 games, and Grant Gibson, one of their best scorers in the school's history, only has 16 points in the 2 games combined. They're learning how to win if he's not on the floor.
Yeah, and they have a lot of guys that can step up, and people are seeing that. But they're dangerous. I mean, they have some guys that can shoot it really well, guys that can penetrate gaps as good as we've seen all year, and then guys that are finishing really well. And then one area that obviously has been a concern for us throughout the year is rebounding. And that's an area that they're really good at. They're aggressive on the glass. They want second chance, third chance opportunities. And we saw last week that it hurt us a little bit in times during games where we gave up 1, 2, 3, and in some cases 6 offensive rebounds in a possession. And we can't do that tonight if we want to come out on top.
So it's pretty simple. If you just box people out and take care of the ball, you may have it walk out of here with a victory.
It's that easy. It's just that easy.
They're overpaying you.
Yeah, some people may think that.
Go get them.
Thanks a lot, Butch.
That's Andy Douglas as Quincy gets set to take on Galesburg. We'll have more in just a few moments here on 103.9 The Fox.
When Andy Douglas became the head coach of the Quincy High Blue Devils, he wanted a fresh start and a new look, starting with a locker room. The first place he called was Landmarks. You're looking at the finished product. Wall picks, logos, inspirational quotes, and even window treatments. Each application was custom designed and installed by Landmarks right here in Quincy.
The window treatments are one of my favorite parts. They got kind of the wood feel. We're able to see out and see what's going on in the locker room, and the players can't see in, so that's kind of a special thing. But it has one of our favorite quotes on it: the image of one projects the image of all. It's a quote that we use with our program, our players. But again, it's a great addition to our locker room. It adds a lot of spice to it.
Wall picks, screen printing, embroidering, vehicle wraps. Let Landmarks give your home or office or locker room a fresh new look. Landmarks, make your mark.
Bah humbug. I don't care. You know what? If you want to see the latest style, you just want to see the Skechers golf shoe here at R&R Golf. This is spikeless, leather, and they're selling for $84.99 here at R&R Golf. Brand new on the market.
When Amy's brother passed away, her family went to Hanson Spear Funeral Home.
It's not about, the death of the family member. It's about celebrating a life. They're very family oriented as well. They're, traditional, and they want to make you feel like, you're almost, part of the family. And that's what we really liked. If I had to sum up Hanson Spear in a word, it would be compassionate and loyal. It would be like family.
Federated Insurance is a lot like the family businesses we help protect. For 105 years and counting, Federated has shared the common values that have served our clients well. Federated Insurance, it's our business to protect yours.
Call Tony Reese in Quincy at 223-4623.
Around here, people matter, and relationships are built on trust. That's the way it is at Town & Country Bank. Real people who like things simple, honest, and done right. And our roots are right here, so we're truly local. If you already do business with us, then you know how good banking can be. And if you're not, well, maybe you should. Town & Country Bank. You'll like how we do business.
Part of the HNB Bank family.
It's coming to Quincy, and it's a game changer. Fiber is the fastest technology available, and Adams is bringing fiber to the home. Nothing else compares to fiber, and Adams will be connecting Quincy neighborhoods to this lightning-fast internet and telephone service with no gimmick pricing and local service. Find out how your neighborhood can become a fiberhood. Just take the quick survey at followthefiber.net. Adams, the better and now faster way to connect.
Let's say you got a golfer in the family and you just don't know what to get him. He's got bags, he's got shoes, he's got new clubs he just bought 2 weeks ago. He's just went in there, just bought a pull card note yesterday. But I know he likes golf and I just don't know what to get. So here, I got a perfect solution for you. It's called a gift certificate. We can make the gift certificate any denomination that you want, and it's always good here at R&R Golf.
When Scott and I purchased these two rocking chairs, our intention was to rock together on our porch in our old age. But when Scott was diagnosed with cancer, our lives drastically changed. When discussing Scott's final wishes, we decided the best choice was Hanson Spear Funeral Home. We liked the home-like setting, and we knew we could trust the Spear family to honor our wishes with a personalized video and the Bible Scott used daily. Hanson Spear even arranged a special time for our granddaughters who were having a difficult time. They took care of everything.
Your State Farm agent, Charles Schultz, can help get you to a better state. From cost to coverage, Charles can develop a plan just for you.
This is Charles Schultz. Call me at 224-6665 or drop by my office next to County Market at 48th and Broadway, and together we'll review your insurance needs.
Jim, we apologize. Some technical difficulties, but the Blue Devils just entered on the floor, so we have plenty of time to gather our thoughts and get back to this ballgame. Tim Kinchip with Matt Longo as Quincy gets set to do battle with Galesburg, and you heard the thoughts of Andy Douglas, Matt. It's pretty simple, isn't it? Take care of the ball and screen off can out-rebound the opponent, and you got a good chance to win. Well, it would help if I turned your volume up, wouldn't it? Hold on a second. That's not you. You know, it's hard to do when the lights are off and you don't have your flash on. Hey, now try and do something.
Am I on now?
There you go.
I like the three words that he used. He confirmed a lot about his players, that they're going to be in tight situations. And I thought the other two key things was it's a conference, it's Friday night, and you're playing a team that's undefeated. So you've got to bring your best game that you've got right now.
See, and that's the thing last week, Matt. Great that Quincy got 2 road wins against United Township and Springfield, but they can play better than they played to get those 2 victories.
Yes, and that's exactly what I thought really struck me in his whole conversation. He knows they're capable of playing better, but they handled it, and they got 2 wins on it, and especially on the road. That gives you so much confidence right there.
And the thing that I didn't say to Coach Douglas, Matt, but I'll say that to you, and I'll depending on what happens tonight, I'll bring it up tomorrow night with Coach Andy Douglas. It's not that certain players played their best games of the year. It's that they should use that as their jumping off point, not their benchmark. You know what I mean?
Exactly. Yeah, you've got to always elevate. I mean, you can sort of feel. I told you before we went on the air, I thought there'd be more people here since we've been gone for 3 games, and me being gone for 3 games. I just expected a few more people, but maybe a couple more wins here, and you keep going. But it's a fun group to watch, and they're going to get better as the year goes on. Like you said, don't make that your benchmark. You got to go higher. Go higher than what you've done.
Here's the starting lineup for both ball clubs. First for Galesburg, who comes in with a record of 8-0, 2-0 in the Western Big Six. Ethan Meeker is 6'2 junior, 14.5 points, 3.5 rebounds per ball game. Joe Williams, a 6-foot junior, averaging 14 points and 5 rebounds per ball game. Grant Gibson, 6'2 senior, averaging 17.5 and just under 4 rebounds per ball game. Eric Thompson, 6'7 junior, averaging just under 5 points and just over 5 rebounds per ball game. And Devin Ross, a 6'1 junior, averaging 8.5 points and 3 rebounds per ball game. So Meeker, Williams, Gibson, Thompson, and Ross, the 5 starters for Galesburg. It's the usual quintet for Quincy: Lincoln Elby, Reagan Tenhouse, Cameron Gay, Jacob Jobe, and Parker Bland. So it'll be interesting to see how the Blue Devils respond to their double win weekend and get Lincoln Elby back after missing last Saturday's game. So he should be fresh and ready to go.
I'm just watching Mr. Gibson out there for Galesburg. He's pretty full of himself, but we'll see if we can maintain him. He's a fine athlete.
You'd be full of yourself too if you had over 1,600 points in your high school career.
Yeah, he's a nice ball player. He looks good. He's always got a smile on his face. Now that you see these kids and you start to put names and faces together again, he is very, very talented. He's a leader on the floor for him as well.
The tip went out of bounds. They say it went off Galesburg, so Quincy gets the first possession of the game. Top of the key, Lincoln Elby has it. Frees himself from the guard, takes it to the hoop, pass along the baseline to Tenhouse. Out front, Cameron Gay. Drain away Cameron Gay. Wide left, nothing but glass, and Gibson has the rebound for Galesburg. Gibson in transition, has it middle of the floor, across the timeline, right wing now to Devin Ross. Ross will get it to Gibson, left open for a quick 3. It's a line drive, no good. Tenhouse had the rebound tipped out of bounds by Williams. It'll be Quincy ball.
Well, he really tried to sell the foul right there. He wasn't touched. That being Mr. Gibson, who tried to sell that. Grant Gibson tried to sell it, but the referee didn't fall for it, and they just sort of looked at each other, and it'll be interesting to see if he tries that again.
No pressure from Galesburg. Quincy gets the ball near sideline to Elby, throws it down to Parker Bland mid-post. Bland looking for a cutter, gets the screen from Jobe. Bland awkwardly goes behind his back, gets it to Cameron Gay, who gets it to Lincoln Elby, doubles reset. Head to shoulder fake from Elby, frees himself, and he threw it to no one, and Meeker has the steal for Galesburg. Meeker in backcourt, crosses the timeline, left-hand dribble. Double zone comes out to pressure him. Meeker has it far sideline, over the top he finds Grant Gibson. Gibson directing traffic, near midcourt, cross-court to Meeker. Further on the wing, Joe Williams. Up the sideline to Meeker. Ethan Meeker gets it to Grant Gibson. Gibson back to Ethan Meeker. Wanted to go in the corner to Williams, but goes on the dribble instead. Now to Gibson. Right wing, it's Devin Ross. Up top, Gibson. Gibson trying to get around Jobe. Spins into the paint, throws up an awkward runner, and it drops down.
Yeah, he's got that touch. You can tell that right now. And his first is three-pointer and his drive to the lane. Very, very athletic he is.
2-0 Galesburg leads. Jobe to Lincoln Elby. Elby, head and shoulder fake, drives, back pass to Jobe. Jobe, double dribble.
Yeah, he sort of picked it up there. His referee was right on top of it. A little slow start here right now for the Blue Devils.
We played a minute 43, 2 turnovers on the Blue Devils, a 2-0 lead for Galesburg. Ross with it in backcourt. Jobe comes out to greet him. Ross dribbles across timeline, picks up his dribble, gets it to Meeker. Meeker will penetrate, kick to Williams. 3 from the far corner is around the rim and off. Jobe pushes off, and the rebound comes to Tenhouse. Jobe and Williams exchange elbows, but no call made. Now Bland catches baseline, goes up with a jumper and hits it.
Nothing but net.
Parker Bland hits the 15-footer and ties things up 2-2.
And Blue Devils out in that 1-2-2 press, hands up, trying to force a turnover.
Ross cross court to Meeker, back to Ross. Now across the timeline with a pass to Gibson. He beats the double team over the top to Ross, back right wing to Gibson. Gibson trying to get around Tenhouse, gets trapped. Fires it to Thompson. Thompson catches, takes it up to the baseline, no good. And Gay has the rebound for Quincy. Contact, but no call. Elby gets it to Tenhouse. Tenhouse to the basket. Slides to a stop in the lane. Back pass to Elby. Ball fake. Can't penetrate. Elby keeps the dribble alive, and now we'll take it to midcourt and set up the offense. 2-2 our score. Elby gets a high post screen from Bland. Not much of one. Spins. Takes the top of the key. Hesitates. Still on the dribble. Stops right wing. Gets it to Tenhouse. Tenhouse wanted to go left wing. Couldn't. Elby takes the pass from Tenhouse near the sideline. Now penetrates. Spin move, and had it stolen away by Meeker. Meeker in transition will take it all the way to the hoop, and he lost on the way there, and it's going to say off Meeker's leg out of bounds to Quincy.
I think Jacob Job just played that just perfectly. He accelerated right past him. I think Jacob slapped at it and just went right off his leg and out of bounds. No argument from the Galesburg on that call at all.
First turnover on the Silver Streaks. Quincy has 3, 2-2 score. We played just over 3 minutes. Elby takes it between the circles. Ball fake, tried to penetrate from the wing, couldn't. Now goes high post to Cameron Gay, gets a screen from Tenhouse. Tenhouse catches top of the key. Back to Cameron Gay. Gay will get another screen from Tenhouse. No, they slip it. Then Gay on the dribble loses it to Ross. Devin Ross will take it to the hoop. The left-hand layup. Spin to the backboard by Bland. But the rebound, Thompson put back.
Yeah, they followed up. It was a beautiful block by Bland, but no one there to follow up on it.
4-2 Galesburg leads. Gay with a runner, and he hits it. Cameron Gay just pivoted on his inside foot and hit the baby jumper. It's a 4-4 score. Williams catches near sideline and gets it back up top to Devin Ross. Ross hesitates, goes left wing to Meeker, further in the corner Gibson, rises for the three, and it's too strong. Weak side rebound belongs to Lincoln Elby for Quincy. Elby in transition middle of the floor, now pass left wing Job. Job wanted to pull the trigger, Meeker wouldn't let him. Job gets it back to Elby, who sets up the half-court offense. Elby on a dribble drive, back pass to Gay. Gay gets it top of the key to Job. Job trying to free himself from Meeker, can't. Gay has it left wing, mid-post to Reagan Tenhouse. Tenhouse shovels it to Bland. Bland tries to penetrate, gets cut off, gets it to Gay. Gay will rise from 15 feet. High arcing floater, no good. Got his own rebound,
yes,
and then threw the pass away, trying to get it to the wing to Job. 5 turnovers on Quincy in the first quarter. Meeker on a dribble drive, pulls up at the free throw lane, shovels up a shot that's good.
That just sort of hit that back flat part of the rim and just sort of fell into the hoop.
Hit the heel and dropped through. 6-4, Galesburg leads. 3:25 left to go first quarter. Tenhouse has it between the circles. High post pass to Bland. Wanted to go back door to Elby. Lincoln cut off his cut. Then rises with the three that's no good, and Gibson has to rebound for Galesburg. Gibson stops, gets it to Ross in transition. Ross across the timeline, tries to penetrate, and now back passes to Gibson, right wing, further on the wing to Meeker. Meeker looking for something in the post, can't find anything, out front to Gibson. Gibson will try a pass, it's deflected out of bounds by Joe.
Tried a little back door right there, Grant Gibson, with the man cutting underneath, the Blue Devils with their hands up.
Cavante Shaw will check in for Galesburg. He's averaging 7 points per ball game. Clayton Wyrather and Mike Dade check in for Quincy. Dade wearing number 12 at home, which causes all kinds of confusion.
Yes, it does.
Here's Gibson catching in the paint, gets it back to the cutting Shaw, who scores with a left hand.
Yeah, nice left-handed layup. Just let you know, a couple people said we sound very good right now on the radio tonight.
Well, that's good.
We must be coming in better than what we think.
Lincoln Elby has it, goes right wing to Jacob Job. Job goes high post to Clayton Wyrather, who checked in. He hands off to Dade. Dade trying to penetrate, gets cut off, now picks up his dribble, looking for a receiver. And Tenhouse comes to help. Now Dade takes it from Tenhouse and resets the offense. Mike Dade goes right off the screen from Tenhouse, takes it all the way to the hoop, shovels it up, and it's no good. Rebound to Shaw for Galesburg. 8-4 Silver Streaks lead. Galesburg with it in transition. Gibson spins, gets cut off by Joe. Gets it to Meeker, penetrates, rises for the runner, and hits it.
Yes. A nice little drive to the basket. Got to be a little quicker at that transition on the switches.
10-4, Galesburg leads. 2:08 left to go first quarter. Elby calls out the offensive set. Starts towards left wing, now peels back and resets the offense. Double high post offense. Tenhouse wants to set a screen. Elby doesn't really use it. Now catching it to high post, Wyrather quickly to Job. Job gets it down underneath to Elby. Elby will dribble out to the corner. Try and get the Wyrather mid-post. He fumbles the pass for a moment, picks it up, gets it back to Elby in the corner. He drives baseline, back pass to Wyrather, traveled with it.
Yeah, they're going to call foul first. He definitely traveled. There's no doubt, but I think right as that timing, when he hit the ball down, he slapped them on the wrist, so they'll call it out of bounds.
First foul of the game comes at the 1:46 mark of the first quarter. It's called on Devin Ross, his first.
And thank you, Dave Bellows, for letting us know that we sound good.
Reagan Tenhouse gets his first rest. Parker Bland checks back in, so it's Bland, Elby, Wyrather, Dade, and Job on the floor for Quincy. Galesburg leading 10-4. Elby catches right in front of Coach Reynolds. Now down to Bland in the blocks. Turns on Gibson. Fires, and it drops through. There. Parker Bland has 4, Quincy 6 points. It's a 10-6 Galesburg lead. Gibson over the top, cross court to Ross. Back to Gibson across the timeline right side. Further on the wing. It's Williams. He stuttered for a moment, trying to make a pass. It's deflected, but falls right to Grant Gibson. Gibson has it right wing, gets it to Ross. Further on the wing to J.J. Range, who just checked in for Galesburg. And yes, that's Joey Range's son. Gibson gets fouled by LB, no call. They get it to Ross. Ross will penetrate, gets cut off, back pass to Range. Range with one dribble, gets it to Gibson. Gibson trying to penetrate from the top, gets it to Williams. 3 on the way, right wing. Rims out. Rebound fought for. LB tips it to Dade. Dade in transition, goes behind the back in traffic, stumbles, gets it to Bland. Bland to the hoop, gets blocked, and Gibson has the rebound for Galesburg. Gibson in transition with the Streaks leading 10-6, 50 seconds left first quarter. Gibson will back up to the timeline, now start forward again. Cross court to Williams. High post, they work at the Shaw, back to Gibson. Now to Williams out front, back to Gibson. Gibson stutters, has it between the circles, now fades towards the right sideline. Picks up his dribble, gets it to Williams. Williams will penetrate, stop, kick it to Ross. Ross dribble drive all the way to the basket, back pass to Gibson. 3 from the right wing is good.
That was almost like a set play. To drive that to the basket and kick it out to Gibson. He's wide open. He's not going to miss too many of those tonight.
5 points for Gibson, 13-6. Galesburg leads it. 12 seconds left first quarter. Quincy will hold for the final shot of the quarter. Galesburg has the alternating possession. Bland sets a screen for LB. LB stops, top of the key, fires from 20 and hits it.
Try to match it. Try to come right back and hit a 3. Lincoln.
End of the quarter, Gibson from just about midcourt. And it's just short, and they're going to say it was no good, even it went down. 13-9, Galesburg leads after the first quarter. Back for the second quarter in 1 minute on 103.9 The Fox and QuincyJournal.com.
When Andy Douglas became the head coach of the Quincy High Blue Devils, he wanted a fresh start and a new look, starting with the locker room. The first place he called was Landmarks. You're looking at the finished product. Wall picks, logos, inspirational quotes, and even window treatments. Each application was custom designed and installed by Landmarks right here in Quincy.
The window treatments are one of my favorite parts. They got kind of the wood feel. We're able to see out and see what's going on in the locker room, and the players can't see in, so that's kind of a special thing. But it has one of our favorite quotes on it: the image of one projects the image of all. It's a quote that we use with our program, our players. But again, it's a great addition to our locker room. It adds a lot of spice to it.
Wall picks, screen printing, embroidering, vehicle wraps. Let Landmarks give your home or office or locker room a fresh new look. Landmarks, make your mark.
Second quarter has begun. Galesburg leads at 13-9. Meeker will penetrate, get it to Gibson. Top of the key 3, Grant Gibson. Short. Rebound. Lost and then recovered by Galesburg. They get it to Meeker left wing. He fires a 3 and drains it.
And crashing the boards, like Coach Douglas said. They go after the ball. The shot goes up and they don't watch it. They send 1 or 2 guys to that boards, and that's where they've got a couple of their points off the offensive rebounds.
Meeker has 7 points. It's a 7-point Galesburg lead at 16-9. Aaron Shute into the game. It's Shute, Elby, Bland, Tenhouse, and Cameron Gay. Cameron Gay catches top of the key. Gets it to Aaron Shute. The freshman catches left wing. Right wing pass to Elby. 25-footer from Lincoln Elby. Too strong. Rebound. Shute is called over the back of Meeker.
Oh, they could have called that on either one. They both went up in about the same direction. It just looked like the little Shute was just too much of the aggressor. I probably wouldn't have called anything, to be honest with you.
That was a 50-50 ball in soccer where they called the guy for putting an elbow in the defender's back. Correct?
Yes.
Okay.
And it's always against our team, too.
Always. Gibson catches, gets around Cameron Gay, goes left wing, and Williams dribbled it. Oh, they're going to say off of Quincy.
Yeah, and he even gave up on the ball. That being Williams just started going down court.
Williams tried to penetrate from the wing and just dribbled it out of bounds, and the official says it was tipped out of bounds, so it's still Galesburg ball.
And if you're Galesburg, you're not going to argue that.
Nope. Meeker catches, rises for another 3, and drains another 3.
Good timeout, Coach Douglas.
2 baskets in the quarter for Galesburg, both 3s from Ethan Meeker. And it's a 30-second timeout and a 10-point Galesburg lead, 19-9. And tell you what, Matt Longo, if the officials are going to give you an extra possession, take advantage of it.
You took the words right out of my mouth. I mean, they took advantage of honestly, a bad call. I mean, the player from Galesburg even realized that it was out on him, and referee saw it differently. And what does Galesburg do? They run a nice inbounds play, get a nice 4-point shot from Meeker, or a 3-point shot from Meeker to extend their lead to a 10-point lead here early in the second quarter.
Meeker averaging 14.5 points coming in, already has 10. And Galesburg has their biggest lead of the game at 19-9. And let's see how the Blue Devils respond to being down 10 on their own floor.
And I think that's a great timeout by Coach Douglas.
Oh, yeah, he had to call that timeout.
Yeah, you've got to say, okay, hey, had a bad break. They took advantage of it. We got to come down with a nice offensive set here, get a bucket, and build some confidence back into our offensive end.
Albee takes it across the timeline, fades to the far sideline, high post pass to Reagan Tenhouse. Tenhouse has it poked away by Gibson, but now Albee has it. Tenhouse, oh, nice spin move by Albee, and he had a layup, but turned it down for a three for Gay, and it's no good. Rebound tipped and controlled by Gibson for Galesburg. Albee had a lane to the basket, back pass to Gay, and Gay missed the three. Gibson steps through double team, gets it to Meeker far wing. Meeker will drive baseline, get it all the way to the hoop, lay it up, missed the shot, rebound tipped, and it goes right to a Galesburg player who misses the putback, and it's recovered by Reagan Tenhouse for Quincy. Shoot with it in transition. Right side of the offense, will hand it off to Lincoln Albee. Albee gets a screen from Tenhouse, doesn't use it. Bland sets a mild screen for Albee. Albee picks up his dribble, high post pass to Tenhouse. Ball fake, gets it to Shoot. Shoot will penetrate, get it to Cameron Gay. Gay will take it to the lane, rise for a 12-footer, and it's way off. Meeker has the weak side rebound for Galesburg. Hit a head pass to Devin Ross, far wing. Ross to the basket, rises from 15, and it drops through for him after hitting the iron.
Yeah, a little shooter's touch right there. That was, a nice shot.
First basket for Devin Ross, 12-point Galesburg lead at 21-9. Shoot has it right wing. Has it between the circles now and resets the offense. Aaron Shoot gets a screen from Bland. Cameron Gay catches and travels with it.
Yeah, just shuffled his feet. A little shoulder drop there by Coach Douglas. You just can't have those unforced errors right there. You just can't afford those against a team like Galesburg.
21-9, Streaks lead, 5:33 left to go first half.
Quick comment here, Aaron Shoot does not play like a freshman, does he?
No, he does not.
Not at all.
Here's Williams, far wing. Gets it around the defender to Ross, back to Williams. Now Williams will penetrate baseline, get it around the defender. Shot blocked from behind, and Bland goes high to get the rebound for Quincy. Gets it to Albee, who takes it middle of the floor in transition. Lincoln Albee has it right wing. Now goes to Tenhouse mid-post. Tenhouse working on Gibson, off the glass and in.
Build on that. You got yourself back down that 10-point lead. Now come back for some good defense as the Blue Devils come out in that 1-2-2.
Meeker across the timeline to Gibson, left wing. Gibson will get around one defender, and now get double teamed in the far corner. Lost it on the way up, and they say throw it out of bounds.
Yes, he did. May got fouled, but it went off of him last, so it'll be Blue Devil ball. Now let's take advantage of their turnover.
Gibson with the throw pass, and it just slipped out of his hands. Went out of bounds. He thought it was deflected, but the official said no. And it's the same official who missed the call earlier, so maybe he's 0 for 2. Here's Bland with it, high post for Quincy. Looking for a driving lane. Finds one, takes it to the block, puts it up off the glass, way too strong, and Gibson has the weak side rebound. Gibson in transition, hesitates, now drives right to the free throw line, rises from 15 and drains it. That was too easy for Grant Gibson.
Yes, it is.
23-11, Galesburg leads, 4:25 left to go first half. Albee with it, goes right wing to Job, hounded by Devin Ross. Now Job frees himself, takes it all the way to the basket, got grabbed by Gibson on the way through.
And I like Jacob going to the lane, driving down that lane like that. From what I've seen so far, I like the pick and roll, but we're not getting the roll. We're getting the pick.
Well, we're not getting the pick either.
Yeah, well, it's just sort of, I can't use that word, half-done pick would be a good word to use.
I know what you were trying to say.
Yes, I think everybody else listening does. You got to make that contact and then roll to the basket, and we're not even making the contact to get the roll to the basket.
Jacob Job misses the first free throw. He's now 8 out of 16 on the season.
Well, we've done those 3 games I was gone.
For the season now, Quincy is 51.5% as a team. So just a tad bit better, but not a whole lot. And Job misses the second free throw as well. It must be you, Matt Longa. Here's Devin Ross with it far sideline. Galesburg leads 23-11 midway through the second quarter. Meeker across the timeline to Gibson. Back to Meeker at midcourt. Cross court to Devin Ross. Ross gets around Shoot. Gets it to Williams. Thought about a 3. Now drives baseline instead. Gets to the paint. Picks it up to Meeker. Right wing Gibson. 3 on the way. Grant Gibson. Short. And the rebound taken down by Thompson for a moment. Lost it. Gibson gets it back. 5-footer in the lane's good.
He is just strong.
9 points for Gibson, 10 for Meeker. It's a 25-11 Galesburg lead. Tenhouse gets it back to Albee, right wing, and Albee will reset the offense. Albee, right wing to Job. 25-footer Jacob Job, good.
There you go.
Job misses 2 free throws, but hits a 25-footer with a hand in his face. It's a great game, isn't it?
He had a great game in Springfield, I saw.
24 points for Job last time out. Here's Meeker penetrating through 3 defenders, takes it all the way to the basket, rifle pass to Gibson for the layup.
He's just not going to miss when he gets down like that. That was good, strong move, and I don't want to say great offensive motion. It's Lincoln Elby drives to the basket and almost draws a foul on the layup against
He did draw the
Williams.
foul, but he missed the layup.
Yeah.
So Lincoln Elby will shoot 2. Call the foul on Joe Williams, his first, team's third. Lincoln Elby will shoot 2. Lincoln Elby is 6 out of 13 from the line this year.
So everybody's right there at that 50%.
Or just under it. Elby bends and misses the free throw badly. 0 for 3 from the line tonight for Quincy. And Lincoln Elby, I think, has changed his routine even. Cody Hawthorne's going to check in for the Streaks. 6'3" junior. 2 points and 2.5 rebounds per ball game.
Just looking here, Rock Island's up 9-6. 4 left in the first quarter.
Elby. Ben. Three turnovers on Galesburg, 7 on Quincy, but how badly would you say Galesburg's out rebounding the Blue Devils right now? By at least 10?
Yeah, easy 3-1, wouldn't you say?
I don't know if it's that badly, but I'd say it's
close.
like 18-8, something like that maybe. 20-8. 10 outs. Wheels around his defender. Lost on the way through, but got it to Joe. Fade away 14-footer, rolls in.
We've attacked the basket on both times after that timeout. Maybe they got the message from Coach Douglas.
29-19, Galesburg leads by 10. Under 90 seconds to play, second quarter. Williams catches far sideline. Trying to work his way around Dade, can't. Finally gets it to Meeker. Cross court to Ross, further on the wing Gibson. Gibson tries, splits 2 defenders, gets to Hawthorne, quickly to Meeker, now to Williams far corner. Head and shoulder fake, drives, gets it back to Meeker, wide open 3 left wing, bingo.
Wow.
Meeker has 3 baskets in the quarter, all threes. He has 13 points. It's a 32-19 Galesburg lead, under a minute to play first half. 10 outs, high post to Bland. Bland trying to find Elby, can't. Gets it to Dade, top of the key, travel with it.
Yes, he did. I saw that from up here. He shuffled his feet as soon as he got the ball.
He couldn't decide, Mike Dade, if he wanted to use the screen or not, and he stuttered with his feet and didn't dribble and got called for the walk. Cavante Shaw back in, and Hawthorne takes a seat for the Streaks. Galesburg leads 32-19, 51 seconds left first half. Ross with it across the timeline, picks up his dribble and throws it to Meeker. Now to Gibson right wing in front of the Blue Devil bench. Back to Meeker near midcourt. See if Galesburg holds it for the final 35 seconds of the quarter. No, Williams decides.
Oh, yeah, I thought he was going to go with it too.
He drives, cuts off, and then throws it into the backcourt. And Elby's going to track it down before it goes out of bounds. Elby to the hoop, gets around Gibson and scores.
Yeah, Gibson was smart enough. He knew he probably wouldn't do anything. He just tried to throw Lincoln off just by a little bit by scooting in front of him, but Lincoln handled it well.
32-21, 11-point lead. Wide open is Shaw. He goes up strong and scores around Bland.
Good ball movement right there by Galesburg.
7 seconds left first half. Quincy trails 34-21. 10 House sets the screen for Elby. Elby back pass to 10 House. 21-footer Reagan 10 House. No good at the end of the second quarter. Galesburg leads Quincy 34-21 at the half. Back in 2.5 minutes. Blue Devil basketball on 103.9 to Fox and QuincyJournal.com.
When Andy Douglas became the head coach of the Quincy High Blue Devils, he wanted a fresh start and a new look, starting with a locker room. The first place he called was Landmarks. You're looking at the finished product. Wall picks, logos, inspirational quotes, and even window treatments. Each application was custom designed and installed by Landmarks right here in Quincy.
The window treatments are one of my favorite parts. They got kind of the wood feel. We're able to see out and see what's going on in the locker room, and the players can't see in, so that's kind of a special thing. But it has one of our favorite quotes on it: the image of one projects the image of all. It's a quote that we use with our program, our players. But again, it's a great addition to our locker room. It adds a lot of spice to it.
Wall picks, screen printing, embroidering, vehicle wraps. Let Landmarks give your home or office or locker room a fresh new look. Landmarks, make your mark.
When Amy's brother passed away, her family went to Hanson Spear Funeral Home.
It's not about, the death of the family member. It's about celebrating a life. They're very family oriented as well. They're, traditional, and they want to make you feel like, you're almost, part of the family. And that's what we really liked. If I had to sum up Hanson Spear in a word, it would be compassionate and loyal. It would be like family.
It's coming to Quincy, and it's a game changer. Fiber is the fastest technology available, and Adams is bringing fiber to the home. Nothing else compares to fiber, and Adams will be connecting Quincy neighborhoods to this lightning-fast internet and telephone service with no gimmick pricing and local service. Find out how your neighborhood can become a fiberhood. Just take the quick survey at followthefiber.net. Adams, the better and now faster way to connect.
When Scott and I purchased these two rocking chairs, our intention was to rock together on our porch in our old age. But when Scott was diagnosed with cancer, our lives drastically changed. When discussing Scott's final wishes, we decided the best choice was Hanson Spear Funeral Home. We liked the home-like setting, and we knew we could trust the Spear family to honor our wishes with a personalized video and the Bible Scott used daily. Hanson Spear even arranged a special time for our granddaughters who were having a difficult time. They took care of everything.
His blood pressure is back to almost normal. And all I can say is this, Matt, about the first half with Galesburg leading, as I said, 34-21. You could tell in Quincy's head, okay, we got to rebound. So we got to be conscious of that. And Galesburg was able to penetrate, get shots, and hit those shots. So then Quincy decided, all right, we got to get out on those shooters. And then the Galesburg guys decided, okay, we'll take shots, but that leaves the back door open, and we'll rebound and get putbacks. So Quincy was kind of twisted between, okay, do we pressure the shooters or do we concentrate on rebounding? What do we do? And Galesburg's just, they played very well in the first half.
Yeah, I wrote two things down. Turnovers in the first quarter really killed us, where we really couldn't get a lot of momentum going offensively or defensively. And the other thing I wrote, and I'm not being mean, Galesburg's just a better team than us right now, at least in that first 16 minutes. They everything that they did, weak side boards, crashed the boards, strong offensively with the ball, good belly button defense, not letting the Blue Devils get into their offense, which leads to a 34-21 lead. Galesburg came in with a game plan, executed it. Quincy had a game plan, was taken out of it, had some turnovers. Now they got to regroup and hopefully have a better second half. But that's the simplest way to say it. Galesburg just outplayed us.
And the thing about it is Galesburg didn't have to resort to that man-to-man full-court pressure because their defense in the half court has been working just fine. They don't really need to put forth the extra effort. They just have to do what they normally do, talking about Galesburg, and it seems to be working well for them.
And they're comfortable with the ball.
Right.
They're very comfortable. They're strong. Their passes are crisp, and their movement is sharp. And not that the Blue Devils aren't. It's just that Galesburg just outperformed us in that half. And if you look at a tape, if you could go back at the end of this night and go back tomorrow and look at that first half tape and say, look how they are with the ball. That's where we need to be. We showed signs of that, but we didn't show consistent signs of that.
Well, and you watch Grant Gibson move around the floor, and as strong as he is, it's not quite men against boys, but it's a big, strong man taking on guys who hope to be strong men in the next couple of years.
Well, he definitely has worked on it to get to what is he, a senior, I hope?
Yes, he is.
He's a senior, and he's a solid player. He is comfortable in his own skin. I saw that in the warm-up when he was walking around and during the introductions. And when you're confident in yourself and you're big and you're strong, you feel you can do about anything. Right now, he feels he can do about anything.
Well, and he's a 3.5-year starter for Galesburg, so there's not a whole lot you can do that's going to faze him when he hits the road for conference games. He's probably seen it all and experienced it all playing in his 4th year in the Western Big Six Conference. So Grant Gibson's not going to be fazed by much at this point in his high school career, and he's bidding to become one of only 4 players to have 2,000 or more career points. And that's nothing to sneeze at right there.
Oh, no. And, they're coming in here with the idea like Quincy did last week against East Moline. Let's go in and steal one.
Yep.
If you can steal 1 or 2 on the road in that first time through the conference, you're going to do pretty good in the conference. And, they're in command right now. And that's the key is you got one, you got to protect your home court. And 2, you got to steal one on the court. So you got 2 teams fighting different battles and Galesburg on top.
Lincoln Elby had 6 points, 2 points for Reagan Tenhouse, 2 points for Cameron Gay, 5 for Jacob Job, and 6 for Parker Bland for Quincy's total of 21. You think about that, Matt. 5 Blue Devils scored to get 21 points. Meanwhile, Galesburg got 13 from Ethan Meeker and 11 from Grant Gibson. They had 2 guys get 24. So, but, I think to me, as well as Galesburg played in that first half, Ethan Meeker hitting the outside shots that he hit, 3 threes all in the second quarter. Gibson was always that guy that was going to have to kind of carry you and get you into road games. But if Meeker can hit outside shots on the conference road games, that just makes Gibson's job so much easier. He can relax more and play more his game.
Yeah, inside, outside. If you can hit that outside game, that's going to open up that inside game, and they drive to the basket very well too from that wing as well. That being Galesburg, and not to take anything away from us, we've got a nice ball team. It's just that we can't afford to have 7 turnovers in the first quarter and expect to be in a decent position to stay close. I mean, 13's not bad, but 13's a lot to make up against Galesburg.
13 for Ethan Meeker, 11 for Grant Gibson, points-wise, that is. Eric Thompson had a basket, 2 baskets for Cavante Shaw, and 2 baskets for Devin Ross for the Galesburg total of 34. It was 13-9 Galesburg at the end of the first quarter, and then Galesburg outsourced Quincy in the second quarter to the tune of 21-12. So Galesburg leads at the half, 34-21. We'll step aside for 2 minutes, come back with the second half from Blue Devil Gym. Galesburg leading Quincy 34-21 on 103.9 to Fox and also QuincyJournal.com.
Federated Insurance is a lot like the family businesses we help protect. For 105 years and counting, Federated has shared the common values that have served our clients well. Federated Insurance, it's our business to protect yours.
Call Tony Reese in Quincy at 223-4623.
Your State Farm agent, Charles Schultz, can help get you to a better state. From cost to coverage, Charles can develop a plan just for you.
This is Charles Schultz. Call me at 224-6665 or drop by my office next to County Market at 48th and Broadway, and together we'll review your insurance needs.
When Scott and I purchased these 2 rocking chairs, our intention was to rock together on our porch in our old age. But when Scott was diagnosed with cancer, our lives drastically changed. When discussing Scott's final wishes, we decided the best choice was Hanson Spear Funeral Home. We liked the home-like setting, and we knew we could trust the Spear family to honor our wishes with a personalized video and the Bible Scott used daily. Hanson Spear even arranged a special time for our granddaughters who were having a difficult time. They took care of everything.
The second half underway here at Blue Devil Gym with Galesburg leading 34-21. Tim and Matt with you. Paul Erickson, our producer, and as soon as this Galesburg player pops a piece of gum, we'll be ready to go.
Yeah, he definitely wants his gum, doesn't he?
Oh,
he's a reserve player.
Wow. Big inbound on the ball and then pointed to the scorer's table to get this game restarted. Reagan Tenhouse has it, top of the key. Wanted to throw it down the baseline. The receiver ran away from it. Now Albee catches right wing, looking for Bland in the post. Gets it to Bland, high post. Tenhouse open down the block, finally sees the ball. Guarded by Gibson. Tenhouse spins. Jump hook is shot 15 feet when it was 10 feet away, and Meeker has the loose ball along the rebound. I'm not making fun of Reagan Tenhouse. He did everything right until he shot it. Meeker goes down the sideline to Williams. Williams crosses over, gets it back to Meeker. Meeker, cross court now to Gibson. Gibson penetrates, kicks it to Meeker. Meeker, right side, just inside the volleyball line, takes it to mid-court. Now gets it to Gibson. Gibson gets around 2 defenders, puts up the runner, score. No.
Yep, they're going to
in
call
and out. They're going to call a charge on Grant Gibson, his second foul of the game.
Getting up slow, but I think he's okay. Before we go on, I will mention I got a text from Debbie McNeil. I think it might be one of the last texts that we get with her as the athletic secretary. We will miss her. Shelly Salisbury is taking over, but the soup supper tomorrow night is the Palmer's. It's cheese soup with Maid-Rite, Kelly's cheese soup, and it's the Palm Light routine. So thank you, Debbie, for the information. You can still text me even though you're in the main office.
Between the circles, Cameron Gay gets the screen, gets it back to Tenhouse. He puts it up off the glass and in.
And that's what we talked about earlier, that little pick and roll, and let's use that a little bit more and sort of open up that lane and get us some more shots from the outside as the Blue Devils cut it to 11.
And they're going to say Joel Williams stepped on the sideline. Bland put pressure on Williams, and Williams got away with a chicken wing as well as he kind of put an elbow out and used it to get around Parker Bland, but stepped out of bounds making that move, and it's a Quincy ball in the Galesburg turnover. 34-23, Galesburg leads.
And take advantage of that turnover here.
Job catches on the wing, almost dragged his pivot foot, now takes off on the drive to the basket, hesitates, takes it to the hoop. Meeker takes it right away from him,
Yes, he did.
and Galesburg has it in transition. Meeker middle of the floor, left wing to Ross, along the baseline. Williams gets around Tenhouse, dribbled it out of bounds. It'll be Quincy ball.
Yeah, I think he sort of felt that he may have been pushed out of bounds with the block because defense didn't establish, but I think he just dribbled the ball out of bounds.
I do too.
Yeah, you got to call that.
Yep.
Even though there was contact, I think the ball was out of bounds before the contact.
Gay catches left wing. He gets a screen from Bland. Cameron Gay has the top of the key. Now gets to Elby, who just beat the defender to the ball. Elby gets a screen from Cameron Gay. Hesitates. Thought he had a driving angle. Whips it down to Tenhouse. Turns, shoots, misses. And the rebound taken down by Thompson for Galesburg.
Would you say the halftime talk was just attack the basket, Blue Devils?
I think so. Meeker double teamed over the top, finds Gibson. Gibson right wing to Williams. Sets his feet, fires to three. It's an air ball, but Meeker's right there to recover. Meeker with a back pass to Ross. Rises, shoots, misses. And they're going to call Cameron Gay with a hand on the back of the shooter.
Check. Yeah. Wow.
Only the second foul of the game on Quincy. First
Tough.
foul on Cameron Gay.
Tough call there.
Kind of gave him a shove. Right on the lower back. And Devin Ross will shoot 2 free throws. First one, good. Galesburg, a heck of a free throw shooting team. 69.5% coming in. And Ross makes the first free throw attempt of the game for Galesburg.
I'd take 20. Would you say 69?
69.5. Galesburg was at 69.6% from the free throw line. Quincy was at 51.4%. Carson Gay makes his first appearance of the game as Ross, 62nd free throw.
Yeah, they don't seem to have a problem with that, do they?
No, they don't. Talking about Galesburg. Bland catches high post, gets to Carson Gay, quickly to Lincoln Elby. Elby gets a screen from Tenhouse. Elby takes it to the basket, lays it up with the right hand, no good. Tip and controlled by Thompson for Galesburg. Power dribble, then an outlet pass to Williams. Down court to Gibson. Stops at the block, turns, gets to Meeker. Meeker penetrates and had it stolen away by Job. Jump ball called. It'll be Galesburg ball.
He sort of dribbled himself right into trouble there.
Yes, he did. So with 5:31 left to go in the third quarter, the alternate possession goes to Galesburg. Quick shot put up off the glass, no good. Bland tips the rebound out to Carson Gay. Gay 1-on-2 in transition. What the heck? Take it to the hoop. Gets his shot blocked out of bounds by Williams.
We are.
Oh, they're going to say off Quincy. Williams blocked the shot. There's no doubt about that. It was a clean block, but they're going to say it hit Carson Gay as the ball was coming down.
Interesting call.
And it's the same official again, down on that far baseline.
We've had him many times over the years we broadcast together.
3 calls down on that far baseline. I'm not sure he's gotten any of them right. And 2 have gone Galesburg's way. Meeker to Gibson. High post to Thompson. Now Meeker left alone for a 3. Hits it.
He stepped right into that, didn't he?
Yes, he did.
That was smooth.
Meeker has 16 points. His last 4 baskets have been 3s. 39-23, Galesburg leads. Under 5 minutes to play, third quarter. Elby sets the half-court offense. Crosses over, looks for a lane, gets to Carson Gay. Gay will step inside the arc and miss a 19-footer. Rebound goes to the corner. Elby has it. Elby shovels it down to Bland, and he's fouled by Thompson. Eric Thompson picks up the foul, his first.
And he knew it. He slapped his hands when he did it. Silly foul down there.
Second team foul on Galesburg. First personal on Eric Thompson. Blue Devil ball, baseline right of their basket. Trailing 39-23, Quincy is. Bland wanted to go deep, and now gets it into Job right at the hoop. Puts it up on the left hand and scores.
Boy, it looked like we were going to have a 5-second call. Ended up being an easy layup. Very patient on the inbounds play.
Job has 7 points. It's a 2-touchdown lead for Galesburg at 39-25. Ross crosses the timeline, double team. Goes over the top to Thompson, weak side to Williams, now to Meeker. Meeker steps around Job. Gets in the lane, back pass to Ross, now to Gibson. Rises for a near corner 3. Off the iron, no good. Carson Gay with the rebound for Quincy. He shovels it forward to Lincoln Elby. Elby has it top of the key, hesitates, drives to the hoop, lays it up, and misses the layup. Rebound poked by Elby out front, and Job will hustle it down for Quincy. Lincoln Elby has it at the jump circle, resets the offense.
Just watching the action after the play.
Elby crosses over, goes left, hands it off Carson Gay. Off his leg, but Gay recovers without the over and back call. Now Gay on a dribble drive, gets to the lane, puts up the floater, and it's no good. Gibson has the rebound for Galesburg. Gibson middle of the floor, now goes right sideline to Ross. Ross splits two defenders, goes in the baseline to Williams. Williams to the basket, gets around defender. Bland with the block. It goes right to Thompson. His rebound shot is no good. Williams gets fouled, putting it up. He'll shoot two.
Boy, you just got to find a body and block them out. You can't ball watch underneath there, and the Galesburg goes after it. They're not afraid to step in and make contact with you to get that little bit of advantage.
Bland called for the foul. His first, team's second, Only the third foul of the game on Quincy. Williams at the free throw line makes the first.
They just don't miss, it seems like.
Williams is at the line now, shoots 82% for the year. Meeker shoots 68%. Gibson 79%. And Ross, well, he's 33%. So he might be the guy to foul. Williams' second free throw rattles in. Galesburg 4 for 4 from the line, all in this quarter. It's a 41-25 Silver Streak lead. Elby middle of the floor, goes right wing to Jobe. Jobe hesitates, looks for a driving lane, now gets to Wyrather, who almost fell down, now drags his foot and travels. Wyrather had the right idea, but his mind just would not cooperate with his body.
I've got that problem.
Ross catches in backcourt. And Galesburg works it across the timeline perfectly to Meeker. Meeker will be double teamed. Kept his dribble alive, lowered his shoulder, and going to call a reach on Carson Gay.
And they help him up. Nice sportsmanship there.
Carson Gay picks up his first foul, team's third. 3:24 left to go, third quarter. Galesburg leads 41-25. Ross will inbound. Long pass in the far corner to Williams. Rises for three, and it's no good. Rebound 10 house for Quincy. Gets to Elby. Elby on the run, middle of the floor. Now gets to Jobe. 25-footer left wing. Bang, short. And Gibson has the rebound for Galesburg. Gibson in transition gets to Williams. Further on the wing, Meeker. Slides on his move. Kept his dribble alive, though. And timeout called by Galesburg. As Coach Reynolds called a timeout. Let's see if it's full or a 30. It's a full timeout. We'll take a 1-minute break. 3 minutes left to go, third quarter. Galesburg leads 41-25 on 103.9 The Fox and also QuincyJournal.com.
When Andy Douglas became the head coach of the Quincy High Blue Devils, he wanted a fresh start and a new look, starting with the locker room. The first place he called was Landmarks. You're looking at the finished product. Wall picks, logos, inspirational quotes, and even window treatments. Each application was custom designed and installed by Landmarks right here in Quincy.
The window treatments are one of my favorite parts. They got kind of the wood feel. We're able to see out and see what's going on in the locker room, and the players can't see in, so that's kind of a special thing. But it has one of our favorite quotes on it: the image of one projects the image of all. It's a quote that we use with our program, our players. But again, it's a great addition to our locker room. It adds a lot of spice to it.
Wall picks, screen printing, embroidering, vehicle wraps. Let Landmarks give your home or office or locker room a fresh new look. Landmarks, make your mark.
The offensive end after their first time out of the game. Williams has it. Silver Streaks lead 41-25. Meeker on a dribble drive gets all the way to the basket. High off the glass, no good. Tenhouse has the rebound for Quincy. Tenhouse one dribble, now gets it to Lincoln Elby. 41-25, Galesburg leads, under 3 minutes to play, third quarter. Elby fans to the wing, keeps his dribble alive, and then dribbles it off his foot, but Jobe recovers it far sideline. Jobe will take it middle of the floor. Jobe sizes up the high post offense and gets to Carson Gay. Gay has the top of the key. We'll go left wing to Lincoln Elby. Elby will take it top of the key, looking for a driving angle, and now both post players come to set screens. Elby has it far wing, rises for a three and hits it.
Nice. Build on something here, boys.
Elby has 9 points in the game. It's a 41-28 Galesburg lead. 2:12 left to go, third quarter. Ross and Meeker play catch in backcourt. And haven't crossed the timeline, now Gibson catches high post. Working on Tenhouse, crosses over, now spins. Beats the double team, gets it to Shaw. Shaw tried to pass to the lane, it's deflected, but Shaw recovers far sideline. Gets around Wyrather, and now Wyrather's called for the hold.
Yeah, just a little slow on the defense and got his body in the way. That's what the call's going to be.
Wyrather's first foul, 14th foul on Quincy, only the 5th foul in the game on the Blue Devils. Galesburg only has 5 fouls as well. I don't think I can ever remember a Quincy-Galesburg game where there's only been 10 fouls, and we played 22 minutes.
Yeah, I mean, it's been a very foul-free game would be the easiest way to describe it.
Meeker with it, right wing, free throw line extended. Gets to Gibson, high post. Gibson wants Meeker to cut. Meeker does. Gibson has it one-on-one. Shovels it backwards to Shaw. Ball fake. And finally gets Wyrather off his feet. Shoots the shot, no good. And Job has the rebound for Quincy. Outlet pass, Lincoln Elby. Elby on the trot at the midcourt stripe. Sizes up his defender, gets cut off. Elby backs it up between the circles, sets the offense. Right wing to Jacob Job. Middle of the floor to Elby. Elby will dribble left wing. High post, Mike Dade. Dade will take it to the basket, stop. Back pass to Elby. Ball fake, tries to penetrate. Still has it, Lincoln Elby. Behind his back, goes left wing to Dade. Dade will take it between the circles, reset the offense. Dade has it, almost had it poked away, recovers. Now whips it down to 10 outs. 10 outs, shovels it to Wyrather for the shot in the hoop.
That's the way to stand there and wait for it. Position himself well to receive the pass.
Meeker drives, gets it to Gibson, who pulls his way to the basket, scores, and is fouled.
Yeah, you gotta stand still. If you start to lean into that, as Wyrather did, you're going to get that foul call on you for blocking.
Gibson has 13 points in the game. He'll try for the three-point play. It's a 43-30 Galesburg lead.
I mean, I like the effort, but I think he may have drawn the charging foul, but as soon as you lean left or you lean right, a good chance you're not going to get that call.
Yeah, Wyrather anticipated the contact and started to fall before the contact happened. So when Gibson hit him, it was more of a glancing blow, and that was an easy call for the official to make. That block charge call can be difficult, but that was easy for that official. So Gibson will try and complete the three-point play. Parker Bland back in for Wyrather. And Gibson's free throw is short. And the rebound comes to Lincoln Elby.
For a shooter like that, that's unusual to be that short.
43-30, Galesburg leads. Elby high post to Reagan 10-ounce. 10-ounce trying to get around Gibson, does so. Then he tried a little pass to Bland, and they're going to say off a Quincy foot, and now the outside official is going to overrule the baseline official.
Thank you. Good. Yeah, that's good that the officials can step in and do that. I mean, he definitely was blinded, and the only thing he's going to see is the ball going out of bounds.
He saw it go off a leg, but he thought it was a Quincy leg, and the outside official said, no, it was a Galesburg leg. Elby, trouble inbounding, lobs it into Job, but gets it back to Elby. 42 seconds left, third quarter. Galesburg leads 43-30. High post, Reagan 10-house. 10-house has Job open, gets it to him. Job at the left block, guarded by Range. Shoots it off the glass and scores to Jacob Job. 9 points for Jacob Job. 43-32 Galesburg leads, 25 seconds left. Dade called for a hand check.
Yeah. Coach Douglas likes the defense. I'd have to agree that was pretty darn good defense. Maybe just a little too much hand check right there. It's the 16th foul on Quincy.
Mike Dade's first personal. Williams will inbound far sideline, and he'll lob it into Gibson, guarded by Dade. Dade pokes it away, Gibson recovers. Gets it to Devin Ross. Meeker's on the bench. J.J. Range in the game for Galesburg. Ross across the timeline stops. Galesburg will set up for the final shot of the quarter. Ross high post to Shaw. Shaw gets it right wing to Williams. Williams spins on Elby to the block, gets it to Gibson underneath, got grabbed by Dade. And Gibson will shoot 2 free throws.
And he still got a good shot off after being grabbed going up.
He got grabbed underneath and he got clubbed in the back of the head, talking about Grant Gibson.
He keeps rubbing the back of his head, Gibson does.
Dade called for the grab. His second, team 7th, so Galesburg will shoot free throws the rest of the game. Gibson will shoot 2 here. Gibson has 13 points in the game. And his first free throw good after he missed the last one badly.
Nice student section tonight, dressed up. It looks like Hawaiian, doesn't it?
Yes, it does. Tropical, anyway. Gibson's second free throw is good, and he will check out. Cameron Gay will check in for Quincy as well. Checking in for Galesburg, replacing Shaw, I guess it is Joe Williams, who's back in the game. Here comes Lincoln Elby. Splits 2 defenders with 2. With 1, lost it, and Gibson will launch it short, and that'll do it. It'll be Quincy ball when we start the fourth quarter, but Galesburg leads by double digits, 45-32. Back for the fourth quarter in 1 minute on 103.9 The Fox and QuincyJournal.com.
It's coming to Quincy, and it's a game changer. Fiber is the fastest technology available, and Adams is bringing fiber to the home. Nothing else compares to fiber, and Adams will be connecting Quincy neighborhoods to this lightning-fast internet and telephone service with no gimmick pricing and local service. Find out how your neighborhood can become a fiberhood. Just take the quick survey at followthefiber.net. Adams, the better and now faster way to connect.
When Scott and I purchased these two rocking chairs, our intention was to rock together on our porch in our old age. But when Scott was diagnosed with cancer, our lives drastically changed. When discussing Scott's final wishes, we decided the best choice was Hanson Spear Funeral Home. We liked the home-like setting, and we knew we could trust the Spear family to honor our wishes with a personalized video and the Bible Scott used daily. Hanson Spear even arranged a special time for our granddaughters who were having a difficult time. They took care of everything.
Fourth quarter, trailing 45-32. Tenhouse has it. Poked away by Gibson. And what do we have?
Got a little, they're going to call that on who down below? On Galesburg, it looks like.
Going to call a hold on
23.
Eric Thompson, his second, team's third. 40 feet from the ball. Gibson knocked the ball away from Tenhouse into the backcourt. Sully, there was a whistle. I was going to say, if they call that over and back, that's a brutal call, but they called Thompson for a hold.
There was a lot of contact going on down there.
Job gets it into Bland, who gets bumped. Bland goes block to Tenhouse. Tenhouse will pivot, go up around Gibson, and shoot it too hard. Rebound belongs to Thompson for Galesburg.
They defensively rebound well, too, that being Galesburg.
Here's Meeker. Has it left wing. Gets it to Gibson, middle of the floor, guarded by Tenhouse. Gibson, dribble drive, gets to the paint, stops, shoots, over Tenhouse, misses. Tenhouse has the rebound for Quincy. Outlet to Lincoln Elby. Elby will have it middle of the floor. Hesitate, and now launch from the top of the key, and he buries it.
There you go.
Lincoln Elby has 12 points. When in doubt, shoot. And that's a 45-35 Galesburg lead, 50 seconds into the fourth quarter. Ross, right wing to Gibson. Guarded by Lincoln Elby this possession. Gibson will look for a receiver and back up on the dribble. Now crosses over on Elby. Stops, gets it to Meeker. Meeker near the midcourt stripe will hand it off to Devin Ross. Galesburg will try and reset. Ross gets around Joe, penetrates, lobs it to Thompson, who lost it out of bounds and throws it right to Jacob Joe. Only the seventh turnover on the streak.
Take advantage of that turnover. You got it down to 10. Let's get it down to 8, if not 7.
Tenhouse catches high post, left wing to Cameron Gay, back middle of the floor, Lincoln Elby. Elby gets a screen from Bland. Elby on a dribble drive, gets it to Job. 23-footer on the wing, no good. Got knocked down after shot, no call, and over the back they call on Quincy. Yeah, it'll be the one in bonus for Galesburg. Foul on Tenhouse, I believe.
Yeah, that's what I would guess, is Reagan Tenhouse over the back.
Coach Douglas asking the one official, how did my player get knocked down with no call made? And the player and that official saying, well, we saw Gibson do that in the first quarter and we didn't call it. We're not going to call it now.
Yeah, I think sometimes they really try to sell it. I'm not quite sure there's that much contact to have you fall, but might as well try, huh?
Grant Gibson fouled by Tenhouse, so Gibson will shoot the one in bonus. Tenhouse's first personal, 8th team foul. Free throw no good. Thompson over the back for Galesburg.
Silly foul.
Third foul on Thompson, 4th team foul on Galesburg.
Yeah, he's picked up 2 in the last, minute?
Yep. And he's going to come out of the game, and Cavante Shaw's going to check in. Galesburg still has 2 fouls to give here.
Right.
And the streaks lead at 45-35.
Yeah, let's take advantage of a turnover, a mistake, a good possession here. Be smart. Coach Douglas yells out, look like one, so we'll sort of see what happens here. I like the way we drove to the basket at the beginning of the half.
What do we have now?
Oh, they're going to call it on
Joe
Bland.
for a...
Bland, I think, coming across the lane, but let's see. Nope.
No call on Jacob Job. An emphatic call by that official.
Yeah, he blew his whistle hard, and he pointed and lifted his one leg. Made it pretty interesting. Here comes Aaron Shute into the lineup for Joe. That's just his first, though, isn't it?
It's his first personal, 19th foul, and they say a player control foul, no free throw, which is interesting.
Blue Devils in a man-to-man full court?
Yeah, they have switched to a man-to-man defense here. 45-35, Galesburg leads. 6:12 left to go in the game. Gibson crosses over and can't really free himself from the defense. Picks up his dribble now and hands it off to Meeker. Meeker tried to dribble drive, stumbled, but regains his dribble. Now double teamed and hacked and fouled by Cameron Gay. And it's the double bonus now for Galesburg.
Yeah, it's been a long night at the free throw. You really got to pick your fouls right now.
Cameron Gay picks up his second, team's 10th. And it'll be Ethan Meeker at the line, 68% free throw shooter.
I don't think they'll keep their big guy out very long, Thompson. I'd say by about the 5-minute mark he'll be in. 3 fouls isn't that bad in the fourth quarter.
Well, if they can keep it a double-digit lead, I think he may sit the rest of the game. Second free throw after Meeker made the first, he misses the second.
Way short.
46-35, Galesburg leads by 11 with under 6 minutes to play in the game. Albee wants a half-court set. Aaron Shute, who checked in for Job, catches, goes high post Parker Bland. Now left sideline Cameron Gay. And foul on Williams trying to fight through the screen. Or is that Shaw? That's Williams.
That's Williams.
His
Just
second.
grabbing.
His second, team's fifth. Trying to fight through the high post screen. Williams called for the foul, and he's telling the official, I didn't do anything.
They never do.
And the official said, yes, you did. Gay will fire it inbounds to Albee right in front of Coach Douglas. Albee catches right wing. Crosses over, gets the two Shute between the circles, back to Lincoln Albee. It's Lincoln Albee, Aaron Shute, Parker Bland, Cameron Gay, and Reagan Tenhouse. Albee dances towards the left free throw line extended, gets it to Bland high post. Bland has Tenhouse if he wants him, and he won't give him the ball. Bland now shovels it to Tenhouse up the sideline to Gay, back to Lincoln Albee between the circles. Albee doesn't get much of a screen from Tenhouse. Now back passes to Bland. Dribble drive by Bland, gets bodied, shoots, scores, but they say after the shot. NBA, that's a continuation. High school, that's not a foul. I mean, it's a foul, but it's not a basket.
Tough call. Good play by the Blue Devils. Got it right where they wanted it. Several passes and got a nice shot. I would have called continuation.
Well, yeah, because the team you root for is down 11. Foul on Shaw was his first, team 6. Albee from deep three. Off the rim, no good. Cameron Gay flew in for the rebound and a foul 5 feet behind the play, and who's it on? It's on who? Foul on Parker Bland for a grab.
Hey, Coach, that's the first time.
Both coaches were screaming.
Yes.
They couldn't believe they called the foul on one of their players. And Coach Douglas was about 4 feet on the floor, and he's getting an explanation on the foul, and he can't believe it. And from Andy Douglas's posture, he's saying that his player got grabbed.
He's saying his jersey was pulled. That's part of the reason that.
Bland called for the foul. It's the 2 double bonus, so at the line is Cavante Shaw, an 87% free throw shooter.
When the gentleman there makes a call, he makes it known.
Yep.
But that one, there was some hesitation from everybody because
Shaw makes the free throw.
Shaw makes it on what was going to be called. Because as soon as he blew his whistle, Coach Reynolds started screaming. And as soon as everybody knew it was on the Quincy player, then Coach Douglas started getting into it. That's a wide range right there of calls.
Second free throw rattles out. Reagan Tenhouse has the rebound for Quincy. 47-35, Galesburg leads by a dozen. And Quincy's had, 4 empty possessions where they could have really cut into this lead. Albee with a dribble drive, gets it to Tenhouse. 17-footer on the way, is off the rim, no good. Weak side rebound belongs to Williams for Galesburg. That's 5 possessions, Matt, where Quincy could have really done some damage, but they didn't score on any of them. Galesburg's only scored 2 points in the quarter, and we played over 3 minutes. Quincy has scored 1-3. Here's a pass off of Galesburg's shoulder. That player wasn't expecting the pass, but Ross recovered near sideline, and Coach Reynolds yells at the player who didn't catch the pass. Shaw with it, top of the key, guarded by Bland. Devils man-to-man here. Williams loses it as he tried to cross over. They say out of bounds off Williams to Quincy.
I thought Lincoln went off Lincoln's foot right there. Timeout, 30 seconds.
We'll keep it right here. Coach Reynolds calls a 30-second timeout. Yeah, I thought the swipe knocked the ball out of bounds. The official said no.
Yeah, I like our defense right now. We picked it up in the intensity. Offensively, like you just said, we had 5 different possessions right there where we couldn't take advantage of that, and that sort of hurts a little bit.
First possession, fourth quarter, Lincoln Albee hits a 3 to make it 45-35. And then 5 straight possessions, Quincy doesn't score, and Galesburg missed a couple of free throws in that time span. And because of those 5 empty possessions, Quincy could have legitimately cut it to at least an 8-point deficit, if not further than that. But as it stands now, it's a 12-point Galesburg lead. Each team has used 2 timeouts, so each team has 3 left.
Very, very capable of running off 6-8 points here, but we've got to take advantage of that. We just have not done that.
Lincoln Albee across the timeline, right wing to Aaron Shute. Shute, high post to Parker Bland. Left wing now, Cameron Gay has it. He floats it to Bland, catches, shoots, misses. Rebound, put back, no good. Fought for, and Gibson has the rebound. 6 empty possessions, and that was the best shot of the bunch, and Bland missed it. Gibson slowly across the timeline, crosses over on 10 outs. Gibson on the bounce, turns, and failed on the pass, and finally got it to Devin Ross. Ross slaps Gay's hand away and passes it to Williams. Williams gets it in the far corner to Meeker. Looking for Gibson in the block. On the switch, Elby has Gibson. That's a mismatch. Ball fake, penetrate, pass, out of bounds off Galesburg to Quincy.
Another opportunity here.
That's 5 turnovers on Galesburg in the second half. They have 9 in the game. I have Quincy for 11, but Quincy probably has more. A couple of those rebounding fouls, I guess, technically could be turnovers. 10-house checks out, Mike Dade in. So it's Elby, Dade, Shoot, Cameron Gay, and Bland. So basically 4 guards and Bland here for Quincy with 3:40 left to go in the game. Here's Shoot recovering a pass that was deflected. Middle of the floor, Parker Bland. Left sideline, Cameron Gay. On the Blue Devil logo, Elby works his way open. Ball fake, can't penetrate. Elby on the dribble. Thought about a 3. Now probably needs to call timeout. No, it's just ripped away and stolen by Williams, and then Elby fouls out of frustration.
Frustration, it's exactly right. He picked that dribble up, and I know once he picked the dribble up, everybody else sort of froze. He had no place to go and tried to make the most of it, and ended up just having the ball taken right out of his hand. In frustration, fouled in return.
The one official comes over to tell the usher that he would like the usher to become more involved, I believe.
Where's that at?
Right below me. I'm not sure. He made a beeline for the usher right below me. Free throw's good by Joe Williams. Williams has 3 points, all of them from the free throw line. This has been a strange quarter, Mr. Longo. It's 3-3 in the quarter. Quincy hit a 3-point field goal. Galesburg has 3 free throws.
Yeah. I'm just watching the usher here. They're pointing to somebody over in that far section over there. I'm sure the radios are jabbering right now. Short, but rolls in.
Williams used a lot of the rim, but he got the ball to drop. 4 points for Williams. And that's a 2-touchdown lead for Galesburg at 49-35. Aaron Shute checked in for Quincy. I think he went in for the wrong player. So Mike Dade's right back at the scorer's table. Here's Cameron Gay. Wanted to throw a bounce pass, but had to keep his dribble alive. Now Shute takes the pass. Tries to penetrate, got cut off. Has it between the circles. Bounce pass Lincoln Elby. 3 minutes to go in the game. Elby crosses over, penetrates. Back pass to Cameron Gay. Gay will launch from 21 and shot at 23 wide left. Rebound tipped twice, and Meeker controls for Galesburg. Offensively here in the fourth quarter has been a struggle for Quincy. Meeker bounces off a couple players, penetrates, lots of contact, no call, and Meeker can't believe it. Quincy has the ball going the other way. Elby will go left wing to Gay. Gay will drive, get in the paint, lost it on the way up. Shoot recovers it for Quincy. Shoot on a dribble drive, left-hand layup, fouled. He'll go to the line and shoot 2.
Like the way you almost got a clone there coming next year, taking over for Lincoln Elbow. Aaron handles the ball very well. I'm impressed with what he can do as a freshman. I saw just a little bit the other night against Springfield, but carries himself well.
Aaron Shute will shoot 2. He went 0 for 3 in the fourth quarter last week at Springfield. Free throw, good. It's tough to shoot free throws on the road as a freshman when there's a whole section of the opposing school students yelling everything about your family they can think of. And obviously, with the game on the line, it was tough for Aaron Shute to do his job, but here tonight at home, he's much more comfortable, and he sinks 2 out of 2. 49-37, Galesburg leads by a dozen, 2:35 left to go in the game. Williams works his way around Shute, tries to body himself. Oh, and a nickel dimer on Aaron Shute. Williams tried to position that Shute would run up his back and get called for the foul, and Shute ran up alongside him, and apparently did something behind the play that the officials saw that nobody else could, because that was a nickel dimer on Aaron Shute.
Wasn't much contact at all.
Second foul on Shute, double bonus again, and Williams right back at the line where he's 4 for 4. Pulled the string here and missed it. And boy, there are more ushers, security people, walking around looking for people than...
Well, I figured that was the gentleman that they were going to be looking for.
Well, that's on the far side of the line. There's ushers on the move on our sideline, too, as Williams makes the second free throw.
It's been very animated over there about every call here toward the end.
50-37, Williams made 1 out of 2. Galesburg leads by 13. Job on a dribble drive, and they're going to call a hand check on Ethan Meeker. Job made the layup, but Meeker picks up his first foul out front. And Job will shoot 2, but that's 18 fouls now on Galesburg.
How many free throws what have we done free throws tonight?
3 for 6. Job, who's 0 for 2, steps to the line here. 2:22 left in the game. Galesburg leads 50-37. Free throw good by Job. And now for the season, Jacob Job is 9 out of 18.
Got a road to climb here. Not impossible, but...
Well, so many empty possessions.
Yes, that'd be the killer. That'd be one of the things I'll write down here shortly. First half turnovers, second half missed possessions.
Well, empty possessions.
Empty possessions.
10 outs in, Bland out. It's Job, Carson Gay, Lincoln Elby, Aaron Shute, and Reagan Tenhouse on the floor for Quincy. Inbounds pass, easily received by Shaw, right back to Devin Ross. Gibson, Williams, and Meeker on the floor for Galesburg. Ross has it middle of the floor, behind the back dribble, takes himself to the basket. Awkward layup, no good, but weak side is Williams for the putback.
Right there, right in the right position. Timeout 32nd by by Galesburg with a 13-point lead.
Timeout Galesburg. And it's a 30-second timeout. Some of the players sat down, but it's a 30-second timeout. Galesburg has 2 full timeouts left. Quincy has 3 timeouts left. One of those could be a 30. 2:07 left in the game, 52-39. Galesburg leads.
Just a quick reminder, tomorrow night is the light show with the Palmers as well as their soup supper, which is the Kelly's cheese soup and made right. So it's always a well-attended game, but don't come out just for light show. Come out to watch these boys play some basketball. Even though we look like we may not win tonight, they'll be 5-3, and I think a lot of people, you and I'd be happy with the 5-3, considering what everybody sort of expected and what we were going to do. But I think they've grown pretty quick together right now. Long way to go, but they've done some good things. Tonight, obviously, we've struggled a little bit.
Albee right wing to Jacob Job. Trying to free himself from Meeker. Job on a dribble drive. Got to the paint, and a blocking foul on Ethan Meeker.
And again, remember, right at the beginning of that second half, we were driving well to the basket, just like Jacob Job did right there. I think that's a strong asset for us. We just need to utilize it more, which will open up that outside shot for Reagan Tenhouse, one of the twins that had the possibility of hitting from out there, as well as Lincoln Elby.
Job's free throw good. He's now 3 out of 5 from the stripe tonight. And the last 5 points for Quincy come from the free throw line. Job hits 2 more. 4 for 4 this quarter for Jacob Job. 52-41. Quincy trails by 11. Under 2 minutes to play in the game. Cameron Gay comes in for Jacob Job and immediately grabs Grant Gibson.
Yeah, well, no time off the clock.
No, they call it on Aaron Shute grabbing Joe Williams, and Joe Williams immediately went down the other end and positioned himself for free throw.
Right to the free throw. He knows he's going to shoot too.
3rd foul on Shute. Double bonus for Galesburg, has been for the last 4 minutes or so. Williams is 5 out of 6 from the line tonight. Free throw, good. (53-41) Galesburg leads. Job in, Carson Gay out. Job is the quote-unquote only post player for Quincy.
Right now, yeah.
Well, Tenhouse is in the game, so it's Tenhouse is the only post. Second free throw from Williams. Plenty of room, but it goes down. 54-41. Galesburg leads by a baker's dozen. Elby with it right wing. Yo-yoing the ball. Takes off on a baseline drive. Stopped, lost it. It's loose and picked up by Williams. I don't know what happened there with Lincoln Elby. He lost the dribble and decided he couldn't go after the ball, and now he hacks at Grant Gibson and gets the foul call.
Yeah, a couple times he did that. He did that right at the end of the what was it, halftime or in the
third quarter?
Yeah.
Elliot Brittle's going to check in for Quincy. Lincoln Elby that time tried to drive baseline, got cut off. The dribble, lost his dribble, and it was bouncing between his knees, and for whatever reason, he just didn't reach down for the ball. He just kind of looked at it.
Mm-hmm.
Gibson's free throw is good. Knuckleball, but it goes down.
Try to get a score from up north.
55-41, Galesburg leads here by 2 touchdowns. Dade in, Lincoln Elby will take a rest.
Looks like Rocky leads 41-25 with a minute 11 left. Doesn't say what quarter.
Over UT.
Yes.
Gibson's second free throw good. So it looks like Galesburg's going to remain undefeated, not only on the season, but in the conference. Dade with it between the circles. Gets it to Job. Job takes off on a drive. Shoves Meeker out of the way. Shoots and scores. That was a nice little discard forearm by Jacob Job. And it's 56-43. Galesburg leads by a baker's dozen. Gibson guarded by the freshman Shute. That's a mismatch. And then Cameron Gay called for the reach. Gay's 3rd foul. Gibson at the line to shoot 2.
I mean, you got to play it out. You got to play as hard as you want. You just can't, just because you're down, sort of give in and let them give the win. You just don't know what's going to happen. But we are definitely sorry about that. I have my headset way too far away. As
Gibson with 18 points now for the game. And George Cricard checks in for Jacob Jobe. So basically, the white flag is being raised by Coach Douglas, giving some players some playing time. There's Brittle, Cameron Gay, George Cricard, Mike Dade, and Aaron Shute on the floor for the Blue Devils. Gibson makes the second free throw. And it's a 58-43 Silver Streak lead and another whistle.
Yeah, just sort of stepped right into the defense. Michael Day to be going to the free throw. Obviously, the foul's on 25. Williams.
Joe Williams picks up his third personal, 10th team foul, so double bonus for Quincy. The final 72 seconds. Mike Dade at the line to shoot 2. Free throw, no good.
Short.
That was long.
Did it hit the back rim?
Yep.
Did it?
That was flat and long.
Bend your knees.
Second free throw, good.
Nothing but net. Blue Devils full court, man to man.
58-44, Galesburg leads. Crossover by Williams in backcourt. He shoves Shute out of the way.
Yes, he did.
Gets it to Gibson. Gibson spins away from Mike Dade. And Gibson will back it up to midcourt. And 5-second call on Grant Gibson. If I'm Mike Reynolds, I'd get these starters out for Galesburg.
Yes.
I mean, the opposing coach is basically throwing up the white flag. Give some kids some playing time on your bench.
Even more so now.
Gadecki, Cameron Wagner, and Devin Smith will get some playing time here. Devin Smith, this is his first varsity appearance. And now Coach Reynolds is going to say, oh, okay, well, I'll start putting in some of my reserves. And that's the only reason I say that about Coach Reynolds is he had the guys who were going to log the most minutes for their team all year in the game. Get the kids who barely have played all year into the game. And, okay, yeah, it's only a minute, but you don't need his kid, trying to do something and all of a sudden blowing his knee out.
Right. I've seen that happen.
Cameron Wagner takes it in backcourt. That's all Coach Reynolds needs, me coaching his team for him.
When he comes up here for the interview, we'll say something to him.
Cameron Wagner tried to pass and it's stolen away by Williams, the only starter left on the floor, and Williams scores the layup and is fouled by Wagner. Let's see if they count the shot. They do. So Joe Williams says, well, if I'm going to stay out here, I might as well get some points. And now Williams will check out.
I was sort of looking in the crowd. I don't see Joey Range, do you?
I haven't been paying that close of attention to the opposing crowd.
They've got a nice crowd, not a huge crowd, but unless that's him sitting right to our right.
Free throw missed by Williams. So he gets to stay on the floor. He said, I'm not coming out of this game. There's points to be had. Wagner gets the high post screen, takes it left wing. Wagner needs a receiver. And he finds one in Grant Gadecki. Gadecki spins, baseline, rises, and
oh, that'd been a nice shot.
Ball hit the rim and fell off, and the rebound comes down to Galesburg, and they get it to Joe Williams. Now Williams will just dribble out the clock if Quincy's defense is smart enough. Range catches, guarded by Gadecki. Range, well, split 2 defenders, take it to the paint, shovel it to a teammate who scores with the left hand, and that was Hawthorne. Cody Hawthorne with the left-handed shot, and Galesburg's going to win this ballgame 62-44. Wagner will fire up a 3, and it's short, and that'll do it for the ballgame. 62-44, Galesburg wins it. Galesburg is now 9-0 on the season, 3-0 in the Western Big Six. Quincy now 5-3, 1-2 in the conference, and Quincy has lost both of their conference home games. But they played the two best teams.
Yes, they did.
In Rock Island and Galesburg. 62-44, Galesburg wins it. Back in a couple of minutes, Blue Devil basketball, 103.9 The Fox and QuincyJournal.com.
Bah humbug. I don't care. You know what? If you want to see the latest style, you just want to see the Skechers golf shoe here at R&R Golf. This is spikeless, leather, and they're selling for $84.99 here at R&R Golf. Brand new on the market.
When Amy's brother passed away, her family went to Hanson Spear Funeral Home.
It's not about, the death of the family member. It's about celebrating a life. They're very family oriented as well. They're, traditional, and they want to make you feel like, you're almost, part of the family. And that's what we really liked. If I had to sum up Hanson Spear in a word, it would be compassionate and loyal. It would be like family.
Federated Insurance is a lot like the family businesses we help protect. For 105 years and counting, Federated has shared the common values that have served our clients well. Federated Insurance, it's our business to protect yours.
Call Tony Reese in Quincy at 223-4623.
Your State Farm agent, Charles Schultz, can help get you to a better state. From cost to coverage, Charles can develop a plan just for you.
This is Charles Schultz. Call me at 224-6665 or drop by my office next to County Market at 48th and Broadway, and together we'll review your insurance needs.
When Andy Douglas became the head coach of the Quincy High Blue Devils, he wanted a fresh start and a new look, starting with a locker room. The first place he called was Landmarks. You're looking at the finished product. Wall picks, logos, inspirational quotes, and even window treatments. Each application was custom designed and installed by Landmarks right here in Quincy.
The window treatments are one of my favorite parts. They got kind of the wood feel. We're able to see out and see what's going on in the locker room, and the players can't see in, so that's kind of a special thing. But it has one of our favorite quotes on it: the image of one projects the image of all. It's a quote that we use with our program, our players. But again, it's a great addition to our locker room. It adds a lot of spice to it.
Wall picks, screen printing, embroidering, vehicle wraps. Let Landmarks give your home or office or locker room a fresh new look. Landmarks, make your mark.
Blue Devil Gym, Galesburg defeats Quincy by the final of 62-44. Tim Kinchert with Matt Longo, joined by head coach Andy Douglas from Quincy. And coach, I tell you what, you're down 45-32 entering the fourth quarter. Lincoln Elby hits a three. It's a 10-point game. And you had, I think I counted 6 or 7 possessions where you could have cut into that lead, and you came up empty. And Galesburg just kept going to the free throw line, and they were able to come away with a victory tonight.
You know, I think you said it. Empty is the word of the night. I thought energy-wise we didn't have it from the start for whatever reason. Those possessions were critical. We claw back, make some plays defensively, get some stops. Lincoln knocks down big shot to cut it to 10, and you know we I guess literally threw it away a couple times. And when you're doing that, I mean, that's a killer for momentum because we didn't have it. We were getting beat up offensively, and then we finally make a run, and we have opportunities to cut back into it, and we just couldn't come around.
You and I have been around coaching long enough, and the one word that I wrote down at the end of the first quarter was turnovers. How much does a turnover and early in the game affect you in the long run in the game?
You know, turnovers do, period, but some of the type of turnovers that we've had, they really hurt.
Unforced.
I've said, exactly.
Yeah.
I said during the game, it seems like we're making what I call junior high mistakes. You know what I mean? They're just turnovers that in junior high, some of the young ages, you're unsure about what you want to do with it, and I think we had a lot of those. And it's coming from a wide variety of people. So it's something that we really need to clean up. And the only way you're going to do it is work. And that's what they need to understand is you're not going to get anything out of it if you don't put something into it. So they know it's outside of work stuff or outside of practice stuff that they need to work on to improve it.
Somewhere on one of my Christmas cards, I listened to the pregame. I like the one word you use. You use confirmed. You confirmed some things last weekend when you're on the road that you have the capability of doing it and handling it. And then when you come home, that same situation, it just sort of seems like it sort of took a step back. Not that that's bad or good. It's just that those kids have to realize that if we can do that on the road, we got to be able to do that at home as well.
Absolutely, and you know what? Give a lot of credit to Galesburg.
Yes.
I mean, they're obviously they're 9-0 for a reason. They may not look like a team that's 9-0, but they play like it. They're aggressive, and that was one of the concerns going into it was Are they going to be able to take us out of our game offensively and get us flustered? And they were able to do it from the start. And again, it didn't hurt or it hurt us even more that energy-wise we weren't there tonight. And it's shocking to me and to a lot of people, I guess, when you go on the road 4 games in a row and you're finally back home, you get a chance to play a Western Big Six opponent and an opponent that's undefeated. You'd think that'd be motivation enough, but for some reason tonight it wasn't.
Well, it's tough to open up with Rocky and Galesburg as your first 2 opponents at home. I mean, it would be nice if you could get someone else, but you know as well as I do, there's really no easy game in the Western Big Six, every game that you play. Now, a game like this is something you can talk about down the road a little bit when you tell your kids, hey, if we want to get to the point where we're going to be at a regional against Edwardsville, Granite City, or Alton, we're going to have to beat a team like a Galesburg the second time around. So let's start that measuring stick. If you talk to your kids and say you had tomorrow night off, what would be one thing that you would really want to work with your kids to stress that point to them, that if we want to get there, this is what we're really going to have to do, boys?
That's important. It's important for them to know, and luckily enough, it's our program goal.
Right.
You're going to hear me talk a lot about it for years to come. Constant improvement is what we're all about, and not staying the same. You know, we talk, the definition of ignorance in my mind is doing something over and over and over again and expecting a different result. I think that it's important for our guys to understand that making mistakes is one thing, but doing it over and over and over again, those same mistakes, it's tough on us.
Yes.
All right, so those are things that we got to clean up, and I mean they know it. It's a tough one tonight, but they understand that, and we're playing for the future.
Right, and I won't let it steal the thunder because I know Tim likes to bring up tomorrow night's game, so I'll turn it over to him.
Monmouth-Roseville tomorrow night. As far as I know, they only had 1 loss, so there are no Sisters of the Poor coming in here tomorrow night.
No, it's a tough team, a team that executes it. You know, we talk about execution offensively. We weren't able to do it tonight. They're a team that does it really well, and a team that's not scared to come in and play. They've been here before, and they know the environment. And I mean, signing our locker room, you know, we play our best because we are Quincy. Teams want to come in here and beat us, and they're going to be the same. You know what I mean? It's going to be a tough fight, especially after a night like this. Mentally is going to be the biggest point. Are we going to be able to bounce back mentally and work on some of the things that you talked about, taking care of the basketball, defensively locking down. So it's another opportunity tomorrow night against Monmouth.
We'll go get them. We'll talk to you tomorrow
All right,
evening.
thanks, guys.
Good seeing you. It's fun to be back, too.
Quincy falls to Galesburg 62-44. Quincy now 5-3 on the season, and Galesburg now 9-0, 3-0 in the Western Big Six. Rock Island was winning big.
I'll check Dean McCarowitz right now on his Twitter to see what he's posted here lately.
Let me tell folks quickly. Blue Devils 8 out of 12. That's not right. We missed it. Okay, 8 out of 12 from the free throw line tonight. Quincy. Galesburg 17 out of 23.
Wow.
So
last update was 25 minutes ago and was 41-25 with a minute 11 left, and Dan's not posted anything since. Wait a minute, here we go. Final, Rock Island 66, East Moline 33. Rocky wins 18th consecutive Western Big Six game.
Yikes.
Yeah.
UT, I tell you what, there's talent on that team. Of course, their D1 recruit is suspended, and nobody knows why, but he hasn't played yet this year. There's talent on that team, but Coach Polite just can't find the right guys to put on the floor. And trust me, he's throwing enough pots at the wall by now. Something should be sticking.
Yeah, he's been pretty consistent with that as we look out and watch the Palmers get ready. He's had some talent there. We've seen that talent over the years, and you're right. It just doesn't seem to go his way right now. And you're right, his Division I prospect didn't play a whole lot last year either, did he?
Well, he transferred in.
Right.
And he played, I think, the last 6 games after Quincy saw UT both times in conference. So it's his 3rd high school in 3 years.
Yeah.
So there's something going on there.
It says a lot right there in itself.
So Galesburg beats Quincy here tonight, 62-44. And to wrap up tonight, and we'll move on, this is, I think, the 5th straight year Quincy's played Monmouth-Roseville. And the only time Quincy lost to the Titans was at Monmouth College. The only time Quincy went on the road in the series. But to me, the reason Quincy lost that game is they came out just figuring all they had to do was show up to win.
Yeah.
If they have that attitude tomorrow night, they're going to lose. No matter if Monmouth-Roseville is as good as that team was 3 years ago or what. This Blue Devil team has to come out
and play
and take the game away.
Yes. They definitely have to, because like Coach Douglas was saying, they're coming in here and they're going to play their best because they're playing Quincy. I mean, that is so true.
It's a nothing to lose game for Monmouth Roosevelt. It's going to have no effect on their regional pairings or seedings. It really has no. It's the perfect game for them to get ready for their Christmas tournament. So, come in here tomorrow night and just pin your ears back and do what you have to do to come out of Blue Devil Gym with a victory. If Quincy loses to Monmouth Roosevelt, people are going to be going.
Yeah, there's no doubt. Well, we've been there before with that, and we've recovered very quickly. You want to just touch briefly, and we'll touch tomorrow night about the Collinsville tournament?
Yeah, we'll talk more about it tomorrow night, but Quincy plays the 2:30 game on Saturday, December 27th against Belleville East. Belleville East is 3-5 on the season. They play O'Fallon tonight. Belleville East lost to their crosstown rival Belleville West Tuesday night, had a lead and blew it. So the Lancers are 3-5. And that will be Quincy's first-round opponent. The other game that affects Quincy in the first round is the number 2 seed Lincoln playing Urbana. So Quincy wins against Belleville East, they'll probably play Lincoln. And if they lose, the Blue Devils, they would play Urbana again. And the good news is for us, the game is early enough in the first round that if the Blue Devils lose, they get to play in the big gym again. They don't get shuttled to the dungeon right away.
We've been there.
So
fun.
We'll talk more about that tomorrow night. But Quincy falls here tonight to Galesburg 62-44. The postgame show brought to you by McDonald's and First Bankers Trust. That show brought to you by Hanson Spear Funeral Home. For Matt Longo, for our producer Paul Erickson, this is Tim Kincher saying good night from Blue Devil Gym.